Hi everyone, I'm Colorful Silk, the Pathwork Witch. I always have problems saying that. I'm gonna change it. But hi, as you guys can tell from the title, I could not pass up the hashtag spooky season decks. Um, I have saw a lot of videos and a lot of good ones. The thing that I've noticed though is that majority of the ones that I saw, they have pretty much like the same decks, you know. So many times you can see the Halloween Oracle or the Vampire Tarot or Ghost and Spirits Tarot, and you know what I'm saying, right? So I have a few decks in my collection that I would like to show you. Um, and I'm gonna try to get through it as quick as possible because I don't want to be on here long. So, and nobody wants their time taken up, especially if they got something to do. But okay, so the first deck that I'm gonna show you guys is the Necronomicon. Oh, and don't mind my nails, please. Just don't. The Necronomicon. These are the backs. Now these may be old for some and new for others. It's spooky, it's creepy. This deck is based off of some of H.P. Lovecraft's stories. He has another one, The Dark Grimoire, which I have, but so many people have shown that one, so I'm not. I didn't see too many people showing this one. So um, each suit tells a different story, and um, the majors are characters, I think, in some of his stories. So the colors are dark, um, but they're bright, but like dark. The whole suit is dark. The whole deck is dark. So that's the Necronomicon Tarot. This one I have not seen anybody show it. The Beauty of Horror. Now, I got mine off Amazon. Um, these people, they started out with coloring books, and then when I found out that they had a deck, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get it. And the price was the price was right. So in this deck, we have spooky, creepy clowns. We have the headless horseman with and without the pumpkin head. Look at that moon. Moon cards and hermit cards are usually what draw me to decks. There's demons in here. There's witches. The high priestess is a witch. Um, Now, this Six of Swords, the people are regular people. And our boatman here is not regular. Okay. I would say this is something like Leatherface from the neck down, but this is the only thing that confuses me. Got a Sasquatch. So there's different Nosferatu. We got our, I think this is Knight of Pentacles. And the fact that he's a zombie police. I mean, everything going on with the police today. I mean, this is like perfect. We have Frankenstein's monster. So these are really creepy and ghoulish. The deck itself is funny though. It's funny. It's good reason. From our tarot, we see that our people are regular people falling from this tower. They're not ghouls or anything. They're regular people. A magician and the headless horseman without the head. So that's the beauty of horror. A beautiful deck, reads well, and definitely spooky. Now, next, I have two vampire decks. Um, some people have put vampire decks on there, but most is the tarot of vampires. I'm still debating on if I want to get that deck or not, but it's just the only thing I want from that deck, honestly, because the artwork really doesn't do anything for me. The only thing I really want is the book because everybody talks about the book. Oh my gosh. But anyway, mine is in Russian, but this is the Gothic tarot of vampires. Okay. These are the backs. I don't know if I showed you. I didn't show the backs of the other, the Beauty of Horror. Those are the backs. Little Ghoulia. But these are the backs of the the Gothic tarot vampires. This is my favorite card. Now I like these illustrations because I was born in the 70s, so I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. And in the 80s, art was more like this, and you saw like the cartoons, well, the anime like this, and you saw um movie posters, creepy movie posters and stuff like that. So this artwork just reminds me of being young and watching old horror films back in the day. And it's also a good read. So again, that's the Gothic Tarot of Vampires. Okay, my other vampire deck, and I think I only see one other person do this one, do this. And this is the Vampire Tarot by, oh my gosh, what is it? Natalie Hertz. These are the backs. Oops. These are the backs. Okay. This deck is kind of sort of pippish, and I'm not a fan of pip decks. Um, but because there is some illustration in the pip decks. Like for instance, this one, you still have your red curtains, you still have your stained glass window, you know. It's not just pips, you know. So this is also a good read. I like the spookiness of it. I like the art. Look at that. Look at his face. Really nice and really nice. I like this. So this is the Vampire Tarot, Natalie Hertz. Okay. So another tarot that I haven't seen anybody really. To me, though, this deck in general is not talked about enough. But who am I? Okay. This is the Black Tarot, and it is by, let's see, where are they? DeBry. Let me see if you see those backs. DeBry, Victoria Iva. I love this. It's black and white. Look at that eye. The people in here are misshapen. So I kind of, with me when I'm reading these cards, I kind of think, oh, this is how our souls look after we're gone. These are our souls. We have that little wispiness about us. This one doesn't even have a head. Sword for a head. This is a good deck. It reads well, even though it's dark and it's spooky. All of the decks that I have in my collection are, majority of the decks that I have in my collection are considered dark decks. That's because to me, darker is digging down deeper to find out the root of a problem or get to, get some real answers. So, um, but that was the Black Tarot. I have not seen anybody do this one. I mean, I know that I know that this deck, several people have it. This is the Hayworth Tarot. Okay. These are the backs. Now this is based off of a channel here on YouTube. I think they also have a podcast, but it's Welcome to Night Vale. And Night Vale, uh, Night Vale is a weird place. Think Twilight Zone. That's Night Vale all day. You're like, oh my gosh, I love this Seven of Swords. You see his hands are on the two swords left behind. They cut off at the wrist there. Oh yeah, that's creepy. But if you follow the podcast or the series, a lot of these cards, you will know what exactly they're talking about because you follow the podcast. And this card right here reminds me of that movie, if anybody's ever seen it, Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions, Swan. I don't know, for some reason that card reminds me of that. Okay, so that was the Hayworth Tarot. And again, it's based off the Welcome to Night Vale series. And you can find it here on YouTube. Okay. So this next deck, I don't even know how to really explain it. I'm dropping decks. Dropping cards. This next deck is the Apocalypse Tarot. And this has a lot to do with Christianity. And we all know that religion in itself is just creepy, you know. But the images in this deck, it really, it's weird, and it is creepy. And some of this stuff can be triggering for people. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I have been wanting this for a very, very long time. And I finally got it. This deck came all the way from either Poland or Russia. I know that the excuse me, the creator of the deck is Polish, but I don't remember if I got the deck from Poland or Russia or whatever. But it's so weird. This deck is weird, and it's very in depth, and it has its own and then it doesn't have a guidebook. You have to get the PDF, and that PDF goes into great detail about the courts, the majors, the pips, and it's check out the back. If that's not creepy, that goat has at least 3 eyes, maybe 5 eyes. I don't know. And then you think about that black goat from the movie The Witch. You know what I mean? I can't remember what the goat's name was, but yeah, creepy. Okay, so those were my tarot decks. Now I'm going to get into my oracle decks. I could have, put the Halloween oracle up and Angelarium, but you know what? I want to see something new. I want to see something new and different. So this is just called the Oracle Divination. This is by Becky Cloonan, and they're beautiful, but they are dark. And it comes with a little pamphlet that tells the meaning of each card. But it gives that spookiness. Okay. It's a good read. And it's definitely something I would use to read with this time of month. Remember, I like spooky dark. And that's the Oracle by Becky Cloonan. All right, so my next deck that I have is called the Astral House. I don't know if you can see that or if I got it upside down. I don't know. I got this deck off of eBay. And the Astral House has four. It's like a playing card deck. It has four suits, 54 cards, and you have your clubs, which is black. They signify the veil and the void. Diamonds, which is gold. It signifies the sun and its city. We got hearts, which is red, for the blood comet and its prophecy of flame. And then we have spades, which is blue, the moon, and the icy wilds. So these are what the cards look like, and they have a little story, poem, or something on the back. Now this one is black, and this is the red. And this is good. I've used it. I've used these. I tend to try to use my decks in pairs. So normally I use this deck, the Oracle deck, the Symbolon deck. I tend to use all of these together. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the time here. Okay. So again, this is called the Astral House. And these are the backs. And I got it off of Etsy. Here's another deck I got off of Etsy. I had to have it when I saw it. And this is by Mystic Moon Oracles, Dark Night of the Soul. And this deck is basically the cards in with their reverse meanings, or the darker meaning. So it's you got, for instance, here we got the Magician, the Trickster. Okay, I love this deck, absolutely love it, and it pulls no punches. It is what it is. It'll tell you what it is. Hey, that's what it is. It is what it is. So I don't care. And so there are, of course, four suits, and we have Rage, which is the wands. Okay. We have Sorrow, which is cups. We have Torment, which is swords. And then we have Decay, which is pentacles or coins. So this card is a kick-ass card. This deck is a kick-ass deck. And it's good for shadow readings. Most of these decks that I've listed are really good for shadow readings. These are the backs. Okay, and that's Dark Night of the Soul Tarot by Mystic Moon Oracles. This next deck I ordered from the website, which I don't remember, but it is the Inner Mask Oracle by Cat Crow. Now I do realize that I'm on a late bus with this deck, but I've not seen anybody, because this deck is creepy. It's creepy, but it it, it packs no punches. You know, it it'll tell you how it is. It'll tell you, what you need to know, but it's not really like harsh. It's kind of a gentle, hey. Now, this deck also is set up like a regular tarot. However, with the majors, there are only 15 major cards, and the four suits are mask, the veil, shadows, and mirrors. And this is a good deck as well. These are the backs. Kind of, kind of similar to the Astral House backs, sort of. Now this one right here, um, this is a story, creating a story um deck, and this is by it's a create a story kit by John and Caitlin Matthews. So you have these big beautiful cards, and this one is Tales from the Haunted House, and you could easily use these. And then on the back it has writing. It has something on here. It has something to kind of get you started if you want to write a story, or maybe it's some stuff that you look at it and make up something, or find something in the images that'll help you out. But these are beautiful. Here we go, another Headless Horseman. I might need to look into that. And these are very, very, very beautiful cards. Yeah, they're big, but you can always, if you're one of those, you can always overhead shuffle. So this is the Haunted House. They have several of these story cards for different seasons and stuff. So, now I'm going into my Lenormand. I only have two. I have the cousin. I don't know. The cousin Lenormand. Okay. Cousin Lenormand and Conjure deck. This is 54 cards. Now, you have your regular numbered Lenormand, but look at that, the whip. And anybody who's known anything about history recognizes this. And this is very deep, we have our regular cards. Instead of the snake, they got the cottonmouth. We got the rider. And in this deck, we have the alternative man and woman cards. But I'm gonna show you the alternative card. I mean the other card. So number 29 for the woman, we got Ma Rainey. And last year, December, they did a story on her on Netflix, and very good. It was very good, very good. She is a blues singer, I think. She didn't take no shit either. Then we got Lightning Hawkins here, and I did not realize that he's mentioned in Erykah Badu's song "Window Seat." I just thought she was saying Lightning Hawkins but when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. So here we got 37. It's probably hard to see, but this is Broken Mirror, because we know the traditional Lenormand goes up to 36. We got 39, the Doll Baby. We got 40, the All Seeing Eye. We got 41, the Sick Bed. We got 42, Lightning. We got 43, Moonshine. We got 44, Poison. 45, the Cat. 46, the offering to our ancestors. 47, we got the trickster. I'm not missing one. It's somewhere. And then we have 50 and 51. They're just wild cards. So I guess you could whatever. And of course I have the title card here. Um and this talks about how you can use the wild cards and the extra cards that are in the deck. So I use this Lenormand with my Hoodoo Tarot, my New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, my African Tarot. So yeah, all of my black tarots, I use the Cousin of Norman for my clarifiers. All right, so I just got this one last week, a couple weeks ago. This is the Malefique Lenormand, and I pair this with Deviant Moon, with my Deviant Moon Tarot. The art style is kind of the same. It's something about them that kind of goes together, and they work really, really well together. So this is the Malefique Lenormand, and these are the backs. Woo! There's a lot going on there. All right, so now I'm going into playing cards. So yes, sometimes I use playing cards. I usually use playing cards for timing, but I'm in the process of learning how to read tarot cards. So yeah, sorry, I had to get that. Okay, so this is Anne Stokes' Dark Hearts. These are the backs, and these are the playing cards. Now I understand that she has a tarot deck as well. She might have a few tarot decks, but I just love these cards right here, and I've been had these babies for some years now, for a long time. And I mean, all of them have pictures, you know, and then you can just take this. You can read it intuitively if you want, or if you want, you know, you can read, you know, look at that butterfly. So, and you know, one would expect the card deck to be pippish, but it's not. And that's what I like about it. You know, I have card decks, and what I like about card decks that I have is the fact that they're not pippish. And you know, like I said, I'm not a pip person. I do have Marseille decks and stuff, but so the next deck is, I guess it's Fevrol. So this deck, are these cards upside down? Ugh. Now this deck kind of gives me like vampire. Yeah, this is vampire vibes. I understand that there is also a tarot deck out for this, but I'm not sure if it's a pip deck. Now, I know that there is a deck for the Alchemy 1977. I got I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get the tarot deck, and I got the card deck and the tarot deck is mostly pips. I'm better with the the deck that I have. You want to make it different, put pictures on. That's how we interpret things. Spirit speaks to us, or me, like that, right? Okay, so this is the Federal deck. Very soft and gothic and sad. This card is, you know, this deck. If you, I'm like this. If you're depressed or you having one of those days, you don't want to use this deck. 'Cause this deck is just like the woe is me deck. So, another playing card deck that I have is the Day of the Dead. I had one that had zombies on it, but my son, he liked that. These are the backs, so I gave it to him. And these are, yeah, so. And I'm pretty sure that, see, yeah, this is a really, like, regular playing card situation going here. See the hearts. Yeah. We got the quartz. So, this is a good deck to use if you want to. This one I just recently got, and it is called Unnatural History. And I got this off of eBay, not eBay, Etsy. But the backs are so nice. So this deck is, who remembers Alf? This deck has a lot of mystical type creatures. This is from Critters, the movie Critters. I love that movie. Oh my God, look at Monster from Sesame Street. So yeah, these are just these are little tooth things from Hellboy. So there's different little weird thingies. Okay. I'm just trying to go through these because I'm gonna be out in a minute out of time. And who remembers Fawn from Labyrinth? I meant Pan's Labyrinth. All right, and that is the Unnatural History playing cards. And then um I have the Edgar Allan Poe playing cards, and they just have quotes on them. These are the backs, and they have different quotes from his stories and his poems. And sometimes you might need a little inspiration or something. And last, and I just thought last night I got to use these. Okay, so we're in the time of year, Samhain, where the spirits, we can speak to the spirits more clearly. There's people that do not have a problem at all, and then there's some people that may. And during this time of year, it's a little bit easier to speak to our ancestors or those that have gone on to the spirit world. I got a deck from Etsy called If the Dead Could Speak, and these are the backs. And on the front of these cards, there are words. This one says burned ashes. So if you want to ask a specific question, you know, you get, this one is like a teacher instructor. So it's like they're